Morning all, just a quick review again of a few things wanted to go through just with the market for you, just give you an idea of what's happening. So just obviously go to a favourite one, BTC, and see what's happening there. I've put it into the quick wrap up, it's worth going over again, just explaining what's happening there. You can see from here, like we're talking about the head and shoulders pattern there. So if we go to trading view, which is probably a better way to go, and we pop in BTC, so we'll go to USD. So again, you can see, as I said, that pattern forming, and we talked about our crossovers for buying in. We're still not considering the market, we're not really in a bear market, because if you look at back here, we're only talking November, December 2020, and we're talking right here, this is July 2021, which is not that long ago. We're talking 5 months ago, and it was $30,000. We're still up at currently around about the 46.5. So what is it going to do from here? Well, yeah, that's as I said, it's starting to form that pattern. So if you're looking at it here, it's come up and it's gone up, it's dipped, gone up, and so you would think a reversal of this pattern is quite likely, because that tends to be how it works. You can sort of see those patterns forming on here as well, exactly the same. We always end up with a higher low. So you would think that the low that we're having here, I'll see if I can get a little paintbrush working, we're having here, would maybe somewhere around about, bottom out somewhere around about here. So it's a bit of a wide area, but I would say right there, somewhere between 44 to 43, and there, the bottom up, we see a recovery. Now that one there should recover a bit higher. So we're 52, so we might even see around Christmas time getting up to that 53 mark here, which it is a little bit of a fool's, or like what they call a bear trap. Sorry, a bull trap. Sorry, it's the opposite of a bear trap. So everyone's getting excited again, and we're thinking buying up, and then we'll see that sharp downward turn. Where that one ends, that could be scary. So we'd see something like that, and I'm thinking around about here. I don't think it will be as brutal until then. From then on, we will see it going up that way. Simply all across, and we'll see that going up that way, and we will form a new high over the period of time. I would say from the middle of January to all the way through February. Now, there's a few factors have got to happen in that. How the US market bounces back from those record inflation rates they've got, and this is where I think the top out is of the next run, is about 70. They're still talking 100k. I just don't think in the current state of the market, unless something miraculous happens, it's going to go above 70. But it's still amazing if it gets to 70, to be honest. So we've got obviously things like Everglade at the moment happening in China. That's spooking the market a bit. The Senate, Congress in the US, talking about regulating crypto. We've got governments all around the world looking at trying to regulate crypto, which is pretty scary. And as I said, one of the things you have to remember with crypto, it is the only investment strategy you can have that allows anybody with $20 to earn the same return on investment as somebody who puts in $1 billion. There is nothing else in the world like that. So when you don't, and also for the speed and ease of transaction and the cost of transaction. If you, for example, Australia, if you're with the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, and you're trading through their CommSec, each trade costs you $5, no matter, and the minimum trade is about $100. So that eliminates a lot of people in society, people in sort of the lower socioeconomic group. $100 for them is just an impossible task to put into, or to even warrant jumping on a stock market. The other thing is the exchanges that we have today for crypto are much simpler to use than what they are when you go into stock markets. They're very, very complex. They're designed for brokers, people who've done lots of study. They're not designed for the average person who hasn't done any. Whereas if you look at for Australia, obviously things like Zipmax, CoinSpot, very simple to use. You go in and you just buy what you want and you leave and just go. It's not until you get into the nitty gritty of doing things like perpetual trading and that. So anyway, so just flying through now the fear and greed index. This one's pretty scary. He doesn't look very happy. Fear and greed has gone extreme fear. So that's the lowest we've been since around about here, was 16th. I hope to see that wave go back up, obviously, compared to where we were back in November, where we were pretty neutral sort of around. But over the whole year, we can see we were at maximum greed in February early this year. In May, it was all really good times. Everyone was getting excited about trading. Had this like big drop off right at the end of September, and then a massive push in extreme greed happening up here through October. That's when Shiba was going absolutely bonkers. So, or nuts, whatever you want to call it. So again, looking at that, so some amazing performances here between AVAX and YFI. And if we go to the daily changes, you can see these are the winners for the night, really. They're the stocks that tend to move against Bitcoin as well. So there's always going to be winners when something else loses, but in majority, the top coins and top altcoins go with this. We look at our crypto currency, which is the coinmarket.com, and you can see we've got our categories here. We break it down in categories of the market. So we've got the ecosystem, transport section, real estate, Ether2, going down to all these different systems. So if we're looking at things that are doing well, that aren't doing well, so from the top here, 773,000 for the BSC ecosystem. I don't know what the heck's happened there. It's quite bizarre. It looks like there's one stock that's just gone. So I can't even find it at the moment. I think that looks like a glitch to me, which is possible. But if we go to the transport, you'll see the sort of stocks that are in the transport industry. A lot of these aren't listed on major exchanges. They're sort of listed on decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap and also Uniswap. Moving down, if we can find these ones here, the Avalanche ecosystem, which Avalanche is going crazy at the moment. So these are the coins that fall under them. You'll know some of them are quite, they actually work on what's called the Avalanche blockchain itself. So you've got Tether, obviously, Avalanche, by Chainlink, SushiSwap, Brief. Most of them you'll be pretty familiar with if you do look over the trading. So it's a good way of seeing what areas are going. So say if you had something with real estate, and you want to see what stocks deal with real estate, or what coins. Sorry, these are the ones you look at. Now, most of these don't appear again on the actual normal exchanges. But it's still a good idea to keep an eye out and look at those sort of things. So going to my bar chart here again, refresh. Now we're going to go to BTC again. And I can go into detail about explaining how things like resistance and support work, but really, as I said yesterday, resistance is that point where a coin struggles to get past, and support is where it usually struggles to get past when it's going down. When they break each one of these, they then move to the next resistance, or the next support, or vice versa, the next support. So if we're looking at one, it's broken through that support one here, and it's sitting around this one at the moment. So if it does break through that one, the next one is here, which is not very far, and then once it breaks through that, we're in this territory here. So it will have to start retracing the new support levels and resistance levels. So it'd be nice to see them push through some of these. Again, if we can push through these three, it would then reset the resistance levels. And if we push into 51s, we could see 53s. Alternatively, we push down to 45s, we could see 43s. So it's a really good idea to see that. So grab that BTC, if you want to check that yourself, bartalk.com. It's free to have a look at for the basics. There's a bunch of technical analysis, trading strategies, So there's all sorts of things you can learn from there yourself as well. So you see people have used different strategies here, the 20-day moving averages, what their average profits are for using that strategy, and you can pick that one yourself. So cryptocurrencies don't want to use. The Crypto Gecko, it's a good way of checking the hourlies that are going on. So if we sort it by which coins at the moment are running an hourly. These sometimes the horse has already bolted before you get to these. So what I look for is a continual growth up. So Dogecoin just looks like a nice little run there overall, considering the market. The theta, and they will give you a idea to buy. I would expect Avalanche to take a little bit more of a dip. It's been running pretty hot for a while now. So moving down, nothing too exciting to look at, but I would look at things like Solana here. It was down 17.5 over 7 days, up 7.3 and then up 0.9. That's looking like a good stock to get into at the moment. Ones that are coming off so that's these hot lows, these big numbers here, and then moving up, which is most of them. So the market looks okay for the next couple of days for some good profits if you're interested in. So, and I talked about the flash crashes that keep happening, and these are they're disappointing that they do happen, and it is essentially algorithms are created by trading bots to do this, but so we have to learn how to play the game. So you can see that flash crash there, which is back on the 3rd of December, which dropped BTC down to 41,260. As I said, if we've got some liquidity, is making sure you don't have open orders before you go to bed, but placing a trade order, placing an order for a limit order, which is using this a limit order, and you might set before you go to bed, you might set BTC at a crazy, say $40,000, and then take profit at 46,000. And if you can leverage up, say for $1,000, not 1,000 BTC, sorry, 0.002 something, $80 if you're doing that. So you can see I've got it as a buy order. That you'll make profit from that, obviously. So you could make a quick buy. It's essentially 12.5%. So that's something to look at. So I think that's pretty much covered everything I want to go through today. Just one more thing I did want to go through with you, which was the mining program that I'll be showing you. But I'm still not 100% sure whether this thing's legit or not. Again, these little errors I keep getting a bit of worry, but I did look at his site and you say they're upgrading servers, but that is the typical sort of thing that scammers say when they want to keep you in the go. So when you see it comes back eventually, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt at the moment. Up to 14.24 Doge. When I get to 16, which I say by late Sunday night, early Monday morning my time, I'll be able to withdraw. It says minimum withdrawal Dodge 16. If that works, well, that's great. So it doesn't. I've looked at the data it uses. It doesn't use much data in the background. And obviously your affiliate links you get bonuses for as well. So by clicking bonuses, you get an additional one every 6 hours, and then back to the mining site, and then I can add another one to this. Just speed it up just that little bit more, and then just save it. And then so it takes a little bit of time. So anyway, that's we'll keep an eye on that. And there's another one we're looking at, which Abdullah put through to us, as I said yesterday. I've got that mining at the moment. It looks pretty dodgy. That one, I haven't seen any good feedback out of it, but it's. I did say I'd run it until it was able to pull out the money we wanted to pull out and see what it has. But most people are saying that you need to put money in to get it out. So I don't think that's going to be a good one. And honestly, I don't hold out a lot of hope for this one either. But we said we're always going to try them out, and we will. And anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it. Please don't forget about the competition we have at the moment. It's quite exciting. So there's $500 zoo coins up for grabs over. Obviously it's not one prize for one person. It's over. We're going to do a number of people will share in it. So, and we've also got the one zoo coin up for grabs for people who who for the most contributor. That will come directly from stats that Facebook puts out in the groups and the analytics. So that'll just be a one-off coin, which is worth $100 US, $100 Australian, sorry. So that's pretty exciting. So we're giving away a lot of money, so there's a lot of investment going into it. From here, we're going to be able to negotiate with suppliers, exchanges, get better rates, get free coins, get more airdrops, which I'll do a video on airdrops. Come out next week sometime, so you can understand how you can earn a little bit extra coins. So that about covers it today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and love to see your feedback. The more feedback you give me about what you'd like to see, that way I can produce content that's really important to you. So have a great day, take care, and as usual, be kind to each other.